Welcome to a yoga on your time session. Today I have a treat, which is working on a chair. So all you have to do is find a chair in your house, like this one, preferably, definitely, I should say, with no arms. Let's begin class seated on the edge of that chair. So bring yourself to the edge of the seat. Find our sits bones just like we do in our classes together, beginning on the floor. Your feet find the floor hip width apart and spread the toes. We can still make that perfect footprint in the sand, spreading it out, feeling the full surface of the foot, both feet. Looking down, admiring your toes, and then bringing the gaze to look forward at a nice neutral gaze. Inhale and exhale, coming into the breath. And keep the hands on the thighs to begin with, so we have a sense of grounding, a sense of connection to the earth. Notice the sits bones are towards the edge of the seat, and you can rub the hands together, warm them up, and then bring the warm hands to the low back. And notice that there's a natural curve in the low back. Inhale, exhale, slide the hands to the thighs. And then we'll inhale, those shoulders, shrug them up towards the ears, sensing the tension that you might be bringing with you into this short class. And exhale, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Keep them there. Notice the shoulder blades sliding down the back and begin to close the eyes to cut out the visual distractions around you. If there are sounds around you, allow them to absorb into your meditation, just a part of the symphony. And now let's take our 3-part breath, inhaling deep into the belly and then the ribs. Then all the way up to the shoulders. You can really bring this into the collarbones as well. And exhaling that same 3-part, really feeling the press of the belly and the chest and then the shoulders. The gentle undulations, inhaling belly, ribs, all the way to the corners of the ribs and then up to the shoulders, and exhale down. Sense your feet on the ground. Sense that crown of the head rising up towards the sky. So you'll notice that the spine has a gentle undulation. When you inhale, we get a taller heart, the shoulders drop away from the ears, and then when you exhale, things settle a bit more. Continue this beautiful rotation of 3-part breath throughout the practice. Then flutter the eyes open. So I'm doing our chair yoga just to allow you to do yoga any place, anytime, where you can find a chair. Great. Inhale. Let's take the arms above the head and place them in prayer position, way above the crown of the head. See if you can reach the crown of the head closer to those hands. Inhale, let's shrug the shoulders up again, and exhale, bring the shoulders down. Beautiful. And now begin to turn the sternum towards the right thigh and over toward the right side of the body, the right side of the room. Bring the gaze with you very softly, and exhale back to center, still grounding through the feet. Inhale in here in the center, growing tall, length, and then exhale. Let's look over to the left. First with our sternum, keeping the pelvis steady, and then the gaze. Then come back to center. Inhale, get tall again. This time we're going to drop the hands. The left hand drops to the right thigh, and then you can reach for the back of that chair with your right hand. And exhale, softly bring the gaze with you. You can wait for the gaze until the last moment and then look over the right shoulder, carving a path with that neck, top of the spine. Inhale, back up. Prayer position, exhale, drop it down, right hand to left thigh, and then back to that hand on the left on the back of the chair. Feel that squeezing out of the spine oxygenating. Let's do this. Another rotation, inhaling up, exhaling to the other side, and back through center. And just noticing as you continue to do this, we're getting a little more opening each time, softening. And then come back to center, take the hands to the thighs. And now we're going to take our hands to the thighs just for a nice strong support. Again, pressing the feet into the floor. Inhale, as if your heart had eyes. Let's bring the heart looking up at the sky. And you can follow that gaze with your eyes. And then we're going to bring the fingertips towards the center, towards our inner thighs, and then curl into cat. So you're going to take those shoulder blades away from each other, curl the navel towards the spine, make a C curve, and look down at those amazing feet. And then inhale, switch the hands towards the outside and open up across the collarbones, looking up. Slight back bend here, our cat-cow on a chair, and then fingertips together, curl in. See if you can get that nice core action. Inhale, looking up. You can feel a graceful arch in the spine. Exhale. One more time. Really use the breath to facilitate the fluidity in the spine. Inhale, look up, and exhale, curl in. Beautiful. Come on back up. With the hands on the thighs again, we'll take our shoulders down and look over the right shoulder. Gracefully breathing through center, trace that path to the other side, left shoulder. And then come into center, look up. Inhale, look down, drop the chin into that jugular notch in between your collarbones. Just admire the heart, tall heart shining forward. Beautiful. Inhale, gaze up again. And then we'll take our left arm up towards the sky and just hold on to that chair with your right hand and feel the reach on the left side. And we're going to take a nice long side bend here. And now you can allow that right hand to drop towards the floor, bringing your right ear closer to right shoulder, but softening, anchoring onto that chair with your left sits bone. Inhale, feel the rise in the left ribs. Exhale, drop the ear, right ear toward right shoulder. And then reach up with your left hand, touch a cloud there, and then drop the hand down. Inhale, the right arm up next to right ear. Really reach up, hold on to the left seat of the chair if you want to really get some leverage, and then exhale, drop everything down to the left. Reaching up and then reach over with your right arm. Breathe into that right rib cage. Exhale down. And then sweep up towards the sky with your right fingertips and come on down. Let's take the knees apart. So we're going to take a nice opener here. Just help your leg out to the side. We're going to turn the toes out and we're going to track the knee over the middle two toes and the left as well. Great. And go as wide as you'd like, but we're going to definitely sit up on the edge of that chair and take the hands out to the edges of the thighs towards the knees. And just feel that lift as you press through the thighs. You're getting taller in the spine already. We're going to take a gentle twist here. Inhale to get tall. Exhale with your fingertips in towards the inner thigh. We're going to take the left shoulder towards the right knee while keeping those legs nice and steady. And you can look over towards your right. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Let's take the right shoulder toward left knee. Exhale it out. Look over to the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale. Look over. One more time. And feel that reach of your hand on the thigh. Lengthening legs. Come on back up. So we're taking our goddess stance here in, or victory squat in our, with the aid of our chair. So stay strong through your feet, spread the toes, inhale the arms up above the head, really reach right side, left side, get the length here. And then bring the hands into prayer position, trace that line on an exhale, down the center, past the third eye, and all the way down to the heart. Let's inhale again. Really breathe in, exhale, sigh it out as you trace down. Inhale again. Exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. Let's help the knees in. And then inhale the arms up towards the sky again, reaching up, bring the palms forward, shine them out like little sunbeams, and then bring the elbows to the sides into cactus arms. Yeah, feel that reach again, tall across in the heart and long across the collarbones. Take the thumbs behind you and dip them down behind you. Pinkies up. And then bring the thumbs back up, palms forward, and hang the arms down like laundry on a line. And then back up, thumbs back, pinkies up. Now bring the gaze with you. Imagine a heart helping you behind your hand, helping you behind the heart. That's what I meant to say. Looking up, joyful, looking up. Exhale, let's come and drop those hands down again. And then we'll come back up to cactus, thumbs back. This time, close the forearms in front of the face. Lift the elbows up towards the third eye and then open up. And then we'll dock those elbows into the ribs. Beautiful. And then bring the forearms together in front. Oh, wow. Feel them go up as you press them together, really gliding through our shoulder sockets. And then come again. Magic 3. Beautiful. Now bring the thumbs to the base of the skull and take those thumbs to that occipital ridge where the neck and the skull meet, and just make nice gentle circles outward. Give yourself a massage. Elbows out to the side, and then change the direction of the circles inward. Great. Clasp the fingers behind the head. Open up the elbows like a butterfly on a leaf, and then slowly, gracefully close the wings together. So we're bowing the head forward towards the heart. And then that same gazing upwards, but supporting the head this time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, look up. Exhale down. And then open up again. Reach up and take the thumbs to the elbow creases. Fingers on the outside of the elbows, and just feel the lift. Use your fingertips to lift the side bodies. And we're going to sway side to side, using that chair as the anchor. It's really nice to have that support and just be able to really flex up into that torso, side to side. Up and over. Calm the mind as well as we flow through this practice. Again, another side to side here. Leave your stress and worries at the door for the moment. Release the arms and just drop the arms with that exhale. Release the stress. Great. I'm going to suggest an adaptation of a standing pose here. So you can take this on a chair. If you really want to take these poses standing in today's practice, you can do that too. But let's come to the edge of that chair, facing your left side of the chair. Take your hand to the back of the chair. So our left foot is planted nice and firmly on the floor, and we've got about a right angle here, and our left sits bone is anchored. And we're going to take that hand on the right hand on the cushion if you want to support yourself as you reach back with your right leg and curl the toes under. And we're going to take a high lunge. And so you're kind of halfway sitting off the chair with that right side and just reaching back to straighten that leg and reach through the right heel. So anchor yourself here, level the hips so they're both looking to the left side, and you can hold onto that chair as long as you need, and tucking your tailbone towards the floor, just dropping that like an arrow. Lift the right arm up towards the sky. Continue to support yourself with that left hand, or you can reach up to prayer position in a high lunge. If you're up there, drop the left hand again, and we're going to reach up with that right arm up towards the sky. Make a little diagonal away from that right leg to stretch that side out, right? So you can stay more vertical, or you can lean forward in a diagonal away from the leg. Beautiful lengthener here for some of those longer muscles. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Feel a bit of a release. Roll the shoulder away from the ear. And then sweep back to our high lunge. Take the right hand to the chair and ease that right leg in. And here we go. Swivel it on over to the other side. Right leg is your anchor. So we've got that right foot and the right sits bone on the edge of that chair. Right hand on the chair back. And just see if you can slide that left foot back, straighten out the left leg, and curling the toes under in a high lunge. So this really lengthens those front muscles, the psoas, everything deep in there. If you are able to point that tailbone down, that really helps lengthen even more. So anchor yourself here, find your level with the hips facing to the right, and straightening out that back leg as much as you can. Feel that really long stretch inside and deep. Inhale the left arm up towards the sky. If you want to try to balance here, inhale your right arm and hand up to prayer, relaxing the shoulders. Take a breath. If you want to take that support to your right hand on the back of the chair, that's fine. Inhale up, exhale, let's lean away, really lengthening out the left side. Oh, feel the connection between the fingertips and the back toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, anchor. And then sweep it back. Support that left knee meeting the right. Come back to center. And then we're going to stand up and do chair-assisted down dog. But let's first take a chair so we can strengthen ourselves on the way up. Okay, let's take those feet a little bit forward. And we're going to ground through the feet, through the toes. And we've done this before if you're in my regular group. So we're going to take a chair. So inhale the arms right next to the ears. Again, drop the shoulders away from the ears and lean forward. Nice long line, skull to sacrum alignment, and you'll feel those sits bones lift. Squeeze an imaginary block between your thighs and lift up just inches off the chair. Hold in this bend, nice, beautiful alignment. Inhale, hold it in, navel towards spine. One more. And your next exhale brings you up to standing. Now you want to face the chair. I'll change it to be sideways so we can see. Just doing a nice full body flow here. And take mountain pose in front of the chair, such that you can reach out to the back of the chair when we lean forward. Okay, so take the hands to the top of the thighs, and I want you to get the sense of an inward spiral. So you're taking the hands to the top of the thighs, fingers inward, and the fingertips are coming towards the inner thighs. So this is an inward rotation of our legs. And when we bend forward, that inward rotation can really help protect the lower back. So you can even just glide along the thighs and feel that energy going in as we bend forward. So we're standing in mountain, nice strong feet. Inhale, grow tall out of the pelvis. So the spine is growing out of the pelvis like a nice stalk of a flower. Inhale, exhale, we're hinging at the hips. And as we come forward, we'll reach out for that chair keeping the legs preferably, well, you can bend them actually if you want to protect the lower back or if you want to keep them straight. So what we want to preferably have is a long line from those fingertips reaching towards the chair, past the back of the skull, and a nice natural curve in the lower back. But at the same time, we're keeping our shoulders engaged by bringing the energy of the arms together, inhaling into the back body, exhaling into the feet. Inhale, grow longer through the spine, exhale into the feet. You can slightly bend and straighten the legs evenly if you want to get some hamstring stretch in here. Bend and straighten. Just feel that length. And really reach through the sits bones here. If you want to go any lower, you can always take it to the base of the chair and just bring the head lower and bring yourself more into a diagonal. Again, no stress here. Just take your own time. Great. Come back up to the top of the chair. And to make it really easy, you can just take both hands on the chair and walk towards it. Voila. Great. Now take one knee up and really balance so that you're on your left foot. And then you're going to bring that right foot up on the chair. Another great way to use this chair. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, a twist. Take the left hand to the right thigh and the right arm behind you. Bring the gaze behind you if you can as well. So we're a full spine twist. And a balance. So you want to still magnetize your feet together as if you were standing in a full balance. And then sweep back. And then undo that. Bring the left foot up. Find the seat of the chair. Inhale into prayer. Grow tall. Notice that you're really strong through your right glute. Exhale. Right hand comes to your right thigh. And you reach back with the left hand. And look back. So many ways to use a chair. And then come on back. And we'll come back to mountain. I'm going to switch the chair. And then we're going to do another chair on our way down. Back to the chair. And then inhale the arms above the head. So see if you can aim yourself so you'll end up on that chair, where we're going to bend the knees first and squeeze that imaginary block between the thighs, right? And roll the shoulders away from the ears. Arms at the ears and reaching through the fingertips. Just hold a ball in between the hands, an imaginary ball, of course, preferably of positive energy. And then find the seat. Beautiful. Now let's just strengthen the legs a little bit. If you'd like to take that right leg and straighten it out, holding onto the bottom of the chair just for steady balancing, anchoring, and then come on back down, bend and straighten. Left. Exhaling as you come down. Inhale, up and down. So we're getting those quads activated without any pressure on the hips. Speaking of hips, we'll be opening up the hips in a moment. Right, so come to mountain on the chair with the feet hip width apart, and we're going to support the bottom of the left thigh and bring the left ankle to the right thigh. In our figure four. I love a figure four on a chair. It's so supportive and really opening for the hips. So feel free to take your hands to that front shin and use a tiny bit of leverage there to sit yourself up on the edge of that chair and really anchor through that front foot. Even place your right hand on the bottom of the left foot and anchor. Inhale, exhale. Feel the right foot on the ground. If you feel comfortable leaning forward, but I want you to hinge at the hip point and not hunch forward. Follow your heart. Really breathe into the left hip, our oxygenation, 3-part breath into the belly, ribs, shoulders. Exhale out. Another round of breath for our left hip. Dedication to that left hip. Notice as you hinge at the hip, we're getting into those deeper muscles, piriformis, that's deep in the glutes. And then come on back up. Float up with an inhale. Switch to the other side. Support that right leg. Bring the right ankle to the left thigh. And this may look different. If you notice on your screen, I look different than the other side. This one's a lot tighter. Take those hands to the front shin and use that leverage, inhaling, growing tall as if you had that prayer position above your head and you're just trying to reach it. Exhale through the sits bones. See if you can even them out. Just feel that activation of the feet, how that evens things out when you press through the feet. Inhale. Exhale. Feel those sits bones. And then see if you can lean forward. If not, no pressure. Dedicate this next breath to your right hip. Inhale, belly, chest, shoulders. Exhale, release. Belly, chest, shoulders. Exhale, squeeze it out. And another round of breath. Dedicated to whatever you'd like. It's a good one to do after you've been sitting a long time. Great. Come on, bring it back down. And then just to have a nice length here as we draw our practice to a close, come on back up. Reach the arms long. Exhale. Bring that exhale down. Past the third eye with the thumbs down to the heart. And then we'll just take our hands to our elbows and gently rock side to side, just getting some nice fluidity in the spine side to side. Gently giving ourselves this little hug here. And then come back to center. And let's just sway side to side along that vertical axis. A little bit of a twist and also just a rocking to comfort ourselves. Wonderful. Inhale up again. Prayer position, draw that line past the third eye, past the throat, down to the heart. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. Namaste.